Sometimes you need to do some cognitive work. Sometimes you need to understand what thoughts are connected to that pain. Sometimes if you just can't shake it, sometimes you need to do some cognitive work like that, you know? But ultimately, when you sit with your pain, what do you notice about your pain? Do you sit and do you bring your attention to it, and do you just be aware of it? Or do you fight with it?
I definitely fight with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, at times I can sit with it,
Mm-hmm.
but overall, no, I attempt to find something else to occupy the attention on my pain.
Yeah.
Whether it's going for a walk or turning on the TV,
Yeah.
or anything.
I do the opposite. I really sit with my pain and I bring all of my attention to it. And that doesn't mean think about it. There's other exercises that I do sometimes to try and pinpoint what thought is connected to the pain if I have to. Because sometimes you can sit there and think thoughts and then you feel bzz in your, you know what I mean? You feel the thought that connects there. And that can be helpful in releasing the pain sometimes too, when you understand, what thoughts are connected to that psychological formation. But what's interesting is that when you just sit and be silent and you don't think about your pain, you just, with your mind's eye, with your attention, you're observing it. What is it? Just in a curious way. Without really thinking about it, you're just looking at it. You're just feeling it. You're just experiencing the pain. Have you ever done it? Last night? Would you talk into the mic? Would you tell us would you pass the mic up, John? Thanks.
Oh, thank you. I was watching a movie and I don't know, there was some love scene or whatever, and I just had this pang, this terrible feeling in my chest all of a sudden, because I didn't have that.
Mm-hmm.
I didn't have what they were experiencing.
Mm-hmm.
And a thought came out of nowhere. I felt like it wasn't even my thought, but someone talking to me, and it said, "Where did that come from? What is that?" And it just was. It was just this heaviness in my chest. And I'm like, okay. And then I just continued watching the movie, but it was just this feeling that came out of nowhere.
What did you notice when you stayed present to it?
I noticed two things. One was I couldn't pinpoint what that was, what that feeling was. I knew it
or even exactly where it is.
I knew exactly where it was.
Okay.
I didn't know why, and I didn't know where it came, like why all of a sudden. And then I realized that it was sadness. Like it was just a split second, though, of where'd that come from? What is that?
Yeah.
Sadness? Okay. And then I continued watching the movie. My
Right.
tension wasn't
Yeah.
there anymore.
Right.
And then it went away and I forgot
Yeah.
about it until you
Interesting.
just mentioned it now.
Wow. What you'll find sometimes, when the pain is there, we're very much used to and conditioned and rehearsed in running from pain. When we feel pain, that's when we start doing the dance. When we feel pain, the number one thing we want is that pain off of us. Okay?
Just say hello. Okay.
Right. Yeah. Here's what I want to suggest to you. Okay? When I sit with that pain and I'm just breathing into it, and I'm just trying to notice what this sensation is. Pain is just a sensation. It's an uncomfortable sensation, but it's just a sensation. It can't really do anything to you. Now you also know that this pain is being created by you, by the mind-body, right? In the form of a psychological formation, thoughts and feelings that are connected. So you're generating this for yourself, right? Now you also know that you're not doing this consciously, because you would never generate those feelings consciously. So when you become conscious to this discomfort and you're just sitting and I'm just bringing my attention to it, what I find is it starts to break up. it starts to let go. It starts to maybe move around a little bit. Like I have a hard time like pinpointing it. It morphs and moves. It's a strange energy that it seems like, like I'm shining a flashlight, on, whatever, a rat in the dark, and every time I put the flashlight on it, it runs. I put the flashlight over there, it runs. I put it over there, it runs. But what you notice is that you start to become friends with your pain. Like you start to realize that your pain is not anything that needs to be run from. And that all it is an uncomfortable sensation. And so you just stay present to it, and you allow these risings in your humanness. The problem is that for most people who don't understand these type of teachings and don't know what's going on, is they feel the pain. They want to run from the pain. And so they resist it. And it feeds on the resistance. And the pain provokes negative thoughts. And then it feeds on the negative thoughts. So pain and then negative thought creates negative thoughts. And then negative thoughts creates pain. And pain creates negative. And it goes whoo, 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 and you get very upset because you're feeling so poorly inside. But when you feel that pain, it pulls you up into your head. And then the mind just starts punching you in the face. You can't let the pain take you over. I feel the pain. Don't think that spiritual teachers don't feel pain. Don't think that they're not human. You're making a mistake. Their relationship to their pain is different than your relationship to your pain. I'm just observing it. I have no problem with it. And I know that if I stay present to it and I allow it, I can just let it come and let it go.